Cocktail shaken. Cocktails on the fly. I'm your flighty hostess, Alberta Straub. Hi, welcome aboard. Miss Flighty here. I'm here to tell you about pouring. Well, pouring is pretty much the most important thing in making a cocktail. I mean, pouring. It's pouring, pouring, okay? So anyway, to pour, you simply pick up the bottle and pour, right? No, that's not exactly right because we got to measure too. So the top bartenders I've seen in London and New York, and I've started to do this too ever since I started this show because apparently I have to convey to you guys recipes. See, I've been bartending for many, many years and I've been free pouring and I just kind of have a feel for things. And I got to tell you, it's been really great since I started using these jiggers because now I know exactly how much goes into a cocktail instead of just feeling how much goes into a cocktail. You could do it both ways. Both ways work. But you know what? I want to remind you that cocktails are very important. They're very precise. The amounts that are going into there, you have to be right on, spot on. Just a little bit of an eighth of an ounce or something off can spoil a good cocktail. I'll always kind of taste it, dip it in right there with a straw, making sure before I pass it to the customer. But you know what? I don't want to do that. I want to make sure and know in my head that when I serve that drink, it is perfectly balanced and spot on and good. And that's how you can do it with jiggers. So first of all, you start off, I got a couple of different jiggers here. There's good to have these in your bar. One is 3/4 an ounce and an ounce and a half on this side. So this is good for something like a Cosmopolitan, a Lemon Drop, or perhaps a Aviation. And another good one is 1 ounce and the 2-ouncer, because a lot of times if you need the 2-ouncer, if you're going to make a Manhattan or something like that. So here's 2 ways that you can know precisely how much spirit is going into your drink. Now, if you decide that you want to be a free pourer and you think that's fun and cool, and that's great, and you know what, it is fun and cool, you use your jigger to practice. And when you practice pouring, your pour is called a cadence. Now, there are a couple of things that can affect your cadence. And one of those is the type of pour spout you have. If you have no pour spout, then you got to watch out because your bottle is going to pour really fast. But as you can see, I have these metal pour spouts. There's also the plastic kinds or the kinds with the screen pours. There are slow pours. There's all kinds of different kinds. So what you need to do is be aware of the type of pour spout that you have on your bottle, and then you do this thing where you practice your cadence. And when you're practicing, you pour into a jigger, and you have your little saying that you say to yourself, like I like to say, 1 alcoholic, 2 alcoholic, 3, something like that. I mean, you can make up your own, whatever you want to do. But then you keep pouring, you keep practicing until you're not even looking. You don't even see how much it is, and you know that you're getting it spot on, and you pour it into your glass, and you know every time. Just keep pouring. Get a bottle, an empty bottle, fill it up with water, and practice your cadence. Or get some jiggers, and that way you know when you're mixing up your drinks, you've got the right amount of spirit and modifier in there. There we go, pouring. Important part of cocktail making. Pouring. Pouring is the most important thing in making cocktails. Use jiggers. It's exact. Have 2 jiggers, 1.5 ounces on one side with 3/4 of an ounce on the other, and 1 ounce on one side and 2 ounces on the other. For free pouring, develop your cadence and practice. It's fun, baby. Cocktail shaken.